Hello and welcome. My name is Russell Forsyth. I'm the creator and developer of the IEL Institute for the Spiritual Arts, an online program and membership platform designed to help those interested in learning more about the metaphysical or developing their skills in the spiritual arts to be in service to others. I'm the inventor of the Forsyth Crystal Light Table and the builder of custom crystal beds like the one seen behind me today. I build these human energy devices for professionals, spas, energy practitioners, and individuals for home use. This device was invented in 2007, and since that time, I've developed my own practice where I see 600 to 800 people a year with a one-on-one practice. We work on clearing blocks or imbalances in the energy systems. I'm also a coach and mentor. About 25% of my clients are Reiki masters. So I work pretty closely with those who have developed skills in the area of Reiki, which is one of the most widely known methods of working with human energy systems today. One of the issues that I witness with Reiki and Reiki practitioners is that they often take a weekend workshop or go through a couple of workshops and come out believing they're a master healer, when in truth, it takes years to master human energy systems. The other issue that I have is that many people come away with the belief that the light holds intelligence, and all you have to do is run energy and it'll go straight to the imbalance or the disharmony and clear it up. This, I believe, is false and comes forward as a spiritual bypass of the truth. Running Reiki energy without a defined target is like the practitioner and the client getting on a bus not knowing where it's going. And it also opens up both to an unhealthy transfer of energy. I've worked with many Reiki practitioners that have somehow experienced an unhealthy transfer. They've worked on a client that has a vibration of a serious illness, and that vibration was transferred into the practitioner through their own hands. And I've seen this many times and traced it down without any information whatsoever from the Reiki practitioner prior to the assessment. So I have come to strongly believe the importance of an energy assessment. At the IEL Institute for the Spiritual Arts, we teach people how to perform a 40-point energy assessment. Every point of human energy has 1,000 threads. And it's a lot like being a detective, which can be fun and fulfilling work. But performing an assessment involves all systems, such as the chakras, the endocrine glands, the organ channels, the multidimensional bodies, the internal energies, the external energies, the measuring of life force energy. All these systems must be looked at in order to address an imbalance. Many people have skills to identify a blocked chakra and to clear that chakra, and that's a great service. But if you are wanting to take your experience to a deeper level, you might consider learning more about how to perform an accurate energy assessment. Through an assessment, you can guide your client through the most accurate intention possible. With an intention, you are protecting yourself and your client while targeting an imbalance. Going through a process of healing without an intention, it's like the practitioner and the client getting on a bus with no idea where it's going. You're going to arrive somewhere, but it's not through your own commitment. So I am a firm believer that the energy assessment is a critical component to the coaching of the client toward the intention that targets the imbalance. One reason I've come to this belief is through the study of human adaptation. As humans, we adapt to our conditions very easily, not always quickly, but we are very adaptable as a species. So let's take an example of what I'm talking about. Let's say as a young child you grew up in a household that had lack. And every night you went to bed hungry, wondering, were you going to survive the night? Were you going to starve to death? This is very real for many people in our society. And if you survived that in your childhood, what occurred with your energy? Your energy channels are like superhighways. And when something like this, an imbalance or disharmony related to the conditions under which a person lives, if that clogs up the energy channels, then as humans, we adapt and we find a way for our energy to move around that roadblock on the highway. And let's say now you're an adult and you're mystified by your inability to create abundance. Because you've moved so far past your childhood, it should not be an issue. But the issue is you've adapted. In some energy assessments, this wouldn't even show up as an imbalance. It would be so subtle and so hard to detect that it could be easily overlooked. But let's say you do have a skill and you can identify the area of the energy channel that was bypassed due to the conditions of lack in childhood. You can remove that roadblock, get the energy traveling down the highway again, and eliminate the alternative route. And if we think of this, let's say this is your superhighway, and let's say that it got clogged up with emotional content of fear, survival type of issues. And so your energy came up to it. What does it do? Well, it found a way to go around. And so it takes an alternate route, and all it really does is the energy is slowed down a little bit. So it could be called resistance. But if it has done that, you see what I'm doing. What would that do to a person internally? Well, it could feel like anxiety. It could feel like depression. It could feel like something is not right, that you're not aligned with your core, that you're unable to manifest. And this is the type of imbalance that unless you are skilled at checking all the systems, might not ever show up. So in essence, you could be running energy on a person that is doing nothing to change that imbalance. So this is why I'm communicating this today, is if you're running Reiki energy and you don't have a target, you may not be doing the service that you think you should be. And how would this be seen? Well, I have many clients that come to me that have told me they've worked with an energy healer for every week for 20 years or every month for 10 years, and that nothing has changed. If you don't get the evidence of the shift in an imbalance, then nothing has changed. So it's up to you to find ways to address whatever your client is coming to you for in terms of an imbalance. Another issue that is common is polarity reversal. And if you have a polarity reversal and a Reiki practitioner is running energy on you, it's having the opposite effect. Many Reiki practitioners do not know how to deal or even check for a polarity imbalance. So there are a multitude of issues that say that you could be running energy without getting the benefits that you're seeking. And this is why I encourage you to look at the IEL Institute to see about, or any place that offers the teaching on developing a skill in the area of energy assessments or energy scans. It doesn't have to be with the IEL Institute. So I encourage you, if you are interested in learning about Reiki, or you're already a Reiki master, a Reiki practitioner, to look at this and to see, do I have the skills to develop, to perform an accurate energy assessment? And if not, what can I do to correct that? Feel free to reach out to me to ask me more questions, to look at the IEL Institute for the Spiritual Arts, and to see if the program's right for you, or to seek out that program yourself. Well, that's all for now, and thanks a lot for listening to this video and watching this video. And until we meet again, happy trails.